Hello, everyone. So I am back for Talk That Talk Thursday with another subject. It's Waukesha, your favorite attorney, and we're going to be talking about a theory of complicity today. What is it, and can you be charged with a crime under a theory of complicity? So the theory of complicity is basically an aiding and abetting law. And what that means is you might have participated in a crime, so you aided and abetted in a crime, and you were complicit in that crime. Therefore, they charged you, and they might have charged someone else. And that is how people can become co-defendants in cases. So let me give you an example. This has really been coming up a lot this week. I've had at least 2 to 3 consultations this week about cases, criminal cases, where a family member might have been calling because their family member, their child, was involved in a crime, but they were not as involved as maybe the co-defendant was in the crime. So an example of this would be if person A and person B decide to go rob a bank, and they go to the bank. Person A is driving the car, and person B is going to get out to go into the bank to try to get the money. When person B goes into the bank, they go in there while they're getting the money, somebody gets shot, and just say that person dies. Person B runs back out to the car and tells person A to floor it so they can leave. Well, person A and person B will be charged essentially with the same crimes. Although person A was driving the car and person A did not even go into the bank, person A did not pull the trigger to try to harm or shoot anyone, person A will be charged with the same crime that person B is charged with. And that is essentially a story about the theory of complicity. So although person A just drove the car, they aided and abetted in that robbery. So they were complicit in the crime. They did nothing to stop the crime. They didn't say, hey, no, I'm not going to drive this car. You're on your own. They just consistently went along with the plan. So the state of Alabama has something called a theory of complicity, meaning you were complicit in the crime, you aided and abetted in this crime, and so therefore you were complicit and you will be charged with the same crime as the other person that might have had more involvement in the crime than you did. I always tell people to be careful about the company you keep because you don't want anyone to get caught up. You don't want to get caught up in anyone's mess because usually under a theory of complicity, they're heavy crimes. They're class A felonies like murder, capital murder, burglary, robbery. All those crimes can carry or does carry jail time and prison time. So you want to be careful about the company you keep and who you hang out with. And you don't want to come into a common plan or scheme with anybody. You want to always make sure that you protect yourself. So we handle criminal law here at the Hazard Law Firm. We're currently doing free consultations for people that want to call in that may need some legal advice or that want to talk to us so they can hire us for their criminal case. But I wanted to talk about that because that issue has come up several times this week, and it is a very important issue, and most people don't realize that although you may not have pulled the trigger, although you may not have been in the place, you might have just been the driver of the car, you are still just as involved, and they look at your guilt the same way they look at the person that might have went into the bank to rob the bank, or the same person that might have pulled that trigger. They look at you as having the same type and amount of involvement. So do not get caught up under a theory of complicity. Do not aid and abet in anybody's crimes. But if you do, remember, we do criminal law work here, and you can definitely give us a call, and we would love to help you. Don't forget our number is 205-521-7378. Thanks, and I'll be back to drop some more gems on you all. And this is your favorite attorney signing off. Have a great day, guys. Bye. and happy Easter.